Hey folks, today I'm going to do a review that's a little different from what I've been doing. I'm not going to review a gun, I'm going to review a class. Last week I had the opportunity to take a rifle instructor class with this company right here. It's OTG Tactical. OTG Tactical. Bill Toy is the owner of OTG, and he taught the class. Had some other assistant instructors there, but Bill was the main instructor. I met Bill once before, and he was a pretty good guy. I got the opportunity to take this class. I thought I'm gonna take it, and Bill turned out to be a really good dude. Bill, from best I can remember, I think he has retired 20 years military, got out, did 6 years contract work, left that and was in law enforcement for, I want to say 10 years, something like that. But Bill doesn't flaunt his experience, and he just a good down-to-earth guy. And that's the kind of people I like taking classes from, ones that don't talk down to you, but ones that are actually there to come over and help you, not show how good they are. I can watch videos to see how good people are. I don't need that when I go to a class. I'm ready to learn when I go to a class. But anyway, this was a patrol rifle, not a patrol rifle, a rifle instructor class. And judging on the round count he gave us at the beginning of the week, what we would need, I thought this was going to be moving, shooting, fast-paced class where we were up close and down and dirty. Man, was I wrong. We showed up on the first day, had some classroom lecture, and then we went out to the 100-yard range with just red dots. And Bill wanted us to make sure our rifles were sighted in, and he even told us at the beginning of the class, close isn't good enough. If you sight your rifle in at 25 yards on a 50-yard zero, if you're off this much at 25 yards, you're going to be way off at 100. And while I wasn't way off, I was off enough to see what he was talking about. I was really taken out of my element in this class. It was a good class. It was mainly long range shooting. I say long range, it wasn't long range, it was 100-yard shooting mainly, and with just red dot optics, no magnification. We shot from different positions: prone, kneeling, standing. A couple times we did some moving to shoot, shooting on the move, a bunch of different stuff. But it was a very, very good class, and Bill was a very good instructor. I can't say enough just how good down-to-earth he is. And if you like that kind of class where you go to an instructor and he's not there to impress you, he's there to help you, then that's the kind of class you need to go to. You need to check out one of his classes. He's based here in Middle Tennessee, and he has his classes all over Middle Tennessee. He teaches to law enforcement and civilians, and I can't say enough about how good a dude he is. I know he does work for Head Down Firearms as well, and they've got a rifle, the OTG rifle that he spec'd out. It's a really good platform. I wasn't sold on the Head Down rifles when I first saw them, and I've been seeing them here for the last couple of years, playing with them and just looking at them, and from the outside looking in, they kind of looked like just a new kid on the block that was slapping parts together, but that's not the case at all. I actually got to see some insight behind the rifles and why things were done the way they were done, and why Bill spec'd out the rifle the way he did. You can look on YouTube, look up Head Down Rifles, OTG, and you'll see one of his rifles spec'd out. No frills, just a working rifle. Really well thought out working rifle. I'm gonna roll in a couple of clips here if I can. I'm not gonna roll in long clips because I don't want to give the class away. But I promise you, if you go to that class, you won't be disappointed. I've always had problems with kneeling in shooting, and it's been worse here in the last few years with some injuries that I've sustained. But he worked with me one-on-one on my kneeling and shooting, and by the end of the week, my kneeling, while it wasn't great, it was still my weakest of the positions. It was much better, much better. And now I know what I need to work on. He really poked some holes in my games. I consider myself a proficient shooter. I'm not great, but I'm not terrible. I'm proficient. And it's always good to go to a class where you're taken outside of your comfort zone and you see what you really need to work on. That's the only way you're going to get better, is to have people point out what you screwed up on. So anyway, sit back and watch some of these clips, and I might say a couple of words here at the end of the video.
Looked in. I looked in.
Remember, come to a good shooting platform, you kind of square it off. There you go.
Take it, bud. Take it.
Front right! Press left! Left rear! Right rear! Take nine. You ready? Front right! Left rear! Right rear! Left front! Press right!
As y'all can see, looking for some of the clips, it was a law enforcement class. These were law enforcement rifle instructors. I took my BCM with me. It's got the enhanced lightweight barrel and the QRF quad rail rails on it. Ran a EOTech 512, and if you go to one of Bill's class, you'll find out quick he doesn't like EOTechs. It didn't change my mind. I still love my EOTechs, but he's opinionated, and so am I. I will say one thing about Bill's class, and the reason why I will go back to OTG and train again. Different people, if you actually sit down and think about defensive fighting with a firearm, people come up with their own philosophies. I have my own philosophy when it revolves around fighting with rifles, fighting with handguns. And while you're never going to find an instructor that is 100% in line with your philosophies, Bill is very close to the way I think about fighting with rifles and handguns. I don't want to say I don't like going to instructors that don't think the way I do. You can always learn something from that, but I feel like I learn more going to an instructor who has the same mindset and philosophy about fighting with rifles and handguns as I do. So hope you enjoyed the clip. I will say a little bit about this Bravo concealment. Ran somewhere around the range of 1,000 rounds through it this week. Didn't clean it at all, not one time. Took the bolt out twice and put oil on it, and that's it. This thing ran flawlessly. Didn't have one single malfunction at the longer ranges, 100 yards. I was worried when I got there that I might have brought the wrong rifle because this does have the enhanced lightweight barrel on it. I was worried that once it got up to heat that I would lose some of my accuracy. I was pleasantly surprised. I did not. I scored fairly well on his final test that he gives us, and it incorporates quite a bit of long range and positional shooting. So that worry on my part was unfounded. So I can't say enough good about this BCM. Still like my guys, they brought it out and shot probably 50 rounds through it at the very last day on the course, but if I had to do it over again, this BCM would be the one that I took with me. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to build my membership up a little bit. That way maybe I can get y'all some cool guns and maybe even get a few classes on tape for you. But thank y'all again for watching.